So yeah, I went on a camping trip with my mom because I wasn't sure if I could survive it by myself. But yeah, overall it was fun, and the outcome is I got my brain back at least, probably like 95%. I feel normal, pretty normal. I don't think I'm like at my full potential. I wouldn't say that because I've been damaged. But so I went to a place called Hanno, and when I first got there, met my mom, and she was surprised how dumb I seemed. Like I was just lightheaded and super incompetent. She was surprised how damaged I was. She was like, "Oh, yeah, you're like pretty much useless." And I was like, "Yeah, like I don't feel like myself. I feel like a normie, like a normal stupid person. That's a shame." So yeah, my brain is back to normal, but the concerning thing is my body isn't back to normal at all. Like not like back at the level that I was before having this panic attack bullshit. So what happened was actually, I got like a little bit of like fabric softeners plus mold, like the combo of those two regularly, like pretty much every day. And that didn't like push the button, I don't think, but what finally did it was I had somebody over and they were wearing some sort of fabric softener, some sort of like, I don't know, deodorant spray or whatnot. I don't really know what the product was, but it just like smelled like a bug spray or something, and I felt like a bug indeed, and I felt like I was like sprayed on, and yeah, that like totally pushed me. Yeah, that was scary. Like I was like instantly having diarrhea and heart palpitations, and I was pretty much panicking. I couldn't breathe. Yeah, I was having like nausea. Yeah, and I had to like have that person go home. But yeah, that actually triggered the panic. So to that like fragrance substance, I think I got intolerant, and um, since that I have been like smelling somebody's scent, artificial fragrances, and that would trigger a panic reaction basically. So that's why I don't tolerate the aerated fragrance anymore. um so yeah, that hasn't gone away. So the funny thing is, like, once I got to the log cabin, I couldn't tolerate the smell of the paint that's on the surface. I don't know what substance it is, but it smelled horrible to me. It probably wouldn't bother like a normal person. My mom wasn't bothered at all. But it felt super intense to me, and I was like, and I couldn't like sleep because of that. And then I was wearing a mask, and I could like finally kind of tolerate it. But on the second day, surprisingly, without a mask, I could tolerate it. So it's either I got used to the smell, or I built some tolerance against that substance at least. And I like started feeling better. Yeah, overall I was, speaking more fluently. My mom was glad, but on the way home, I was still having like anxiety every time I smelled somebody's fragrances. The thing is, like, there's so many people wearing those artificial, like, terrible fragrances, and not only does it trigger me, but it doesn't smell good at all. Like, it smells like petroleum or something. It smells like bug spray. Like, I don't understand how that's supposed to smell good. Smells nothing like great. It's like, what the hell, people? Like, so yeah, let me explain why I'm saying this. I got super sensitized, and that triggers a panic attack. So I think it's likely like an onset of multiple chemical sensitivities. I think it's a result of MCAS. I think there's a strong connection between those two. Mine comes from MCAS, and I think I should focus on fixing the MCAS by avoiding exposure to mold. That's all it takes, I think, because already at in the log cabin I was feeling better because I think there was minimal amount of mold and I was spending so much time outside. So I think that's what I should do. And I believe the MCS chemical sensitivities should go away once I address MCAS, or else it won't make sense. But yeah, like I'm having this reaction, and what makes it different is like I used to smell those like horrible smells, and I was sensitized to it already, but it's like even more intense. You know, I'm smelling so much more from people just like walking by or like in the train. It's just not okay. It's at that level. So like even if they're like not running or like doing anything, I can just smell it from miles away basically. And it like also like when I have that smell around, I have my ears plugged or I have like ear pain. I don't know what's causing it. Obviously that specific substance that's triggering it, but it happens even though I don't like detect the smell. You know, it's like my ears go first, and then I know, oh, okay, this person must smell because I'm like wearing a mask or something, or like I like deliberately spray into my nostrils so I won't smell as much in general, which works sometimes, but it's just horrible. And that hasn't been fixed totally, but I think it should go away once I get better.